After nearly 3 months of these weekly protests, the big question was, will this continue to escalate? A couple weeks ago, we saw violent clashes here along the border in which 60 Palestinians were killed. What we're seeing today is slightly less violent, slightly less large in terms of Palestinian protesters. There have been clashes that has been violent. According to Israeli officials, there have been several Molotov cocktails thrown at Israeli troops, and more than 380 Palestinians have been injured in these clashes. But we're seeing really much smaller groups of people along the border. It has not been the violence that we've seen recently, but the big change that we've seen today in the last couple days is the militants in Gaza are using these kites. They're lighting kites on fire, and then they're sending them across the border to burn Israeli fields, to start fires in these fields. It's done a lot of damage to Israeli fields, and the reason this is significant is because a couple weeks ago we saw rocket fire coming from Gaza, something that's very regular. These kites are much more difficult to control, where they land, where they take off. So this is the type of thing we're seeing here. It's a big change in terms of tactics by the militants in Gaza, but it does have the potential to be a very big problem, Sandra, for Israeli officials on this side.